So first impressions on the climb is vivid, boosting straight up the hill. For the same sag as the Coil shock, 30%, well, I'm kind of closer to 31. Feels a little over damped. It feels a little bumpy on the climb, like you feel all the bumps instead of just complying and carrying speed across. So a little bit stiff on the legs to climb so far, but it might just be a break-in period. Let's see. We'll get up the top, give it a send. I forgot my GoPro first lap, so I'll get the GoPro on the second lap and we'll see where we're at. So we're on bang on 30%, 180 psi. I feel like I'll probably end up down at 175, 176. Compression still full open, high and low. Rebound a little quicker this run, just one click quicker to make up for the pressure that I've taken out. So I'm still reactive, still good reaction, but not quite as much resistance to get into the treble, because it was just a little bit too resistant then, a little bit bumpy. So it still felt great, but not as good as the Coil yet. Oh, I think I've gone, oh, maybe I am quick on that rebound because I was kind of getting pushed off the back a bit then. So I'll slow that down a click. I'll try again. A little better without that rebound, but I don't think it's as responsive off the back. Oh, that's hard around that rut now. There's no room to lay it over into the wall. Got the triple. It's just definitely a little heavy on the damping. Little heavy on the damping for sure. I can't open that up anymore. So maybe it's softer again on that spring, but I'm real close to touching pedals now. I did touch a pedal back there. Didn't feel any bottoms. We're real close to the bottom. So yeah, we'll back off the spring again. And then that it's probably going to put me low, but it'll allow me to maybe add a couple of clickers. At least a bit of bottom out support. We'll see. Yeah, it stays super stable, so there's definitely plenty of compression built in on this tune. Even though the clickers are all the way open, it is absolutely damped for sure. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just a little bit much for me at the moment. A little more than I'd want to feel out of the back of a black. So you can hear it coming down there, and then under brakes I'm a little bit tighter on my feet. Through here I'm just copping rear end feedback. That fork's doing work. Fork feels great. And that's this is no token in this 38 at 170. So through here you really notice this back end over damped. It's just not getting out of the way of any of these bumps, any of these sharper hits. Coming down there, not getting out of the way. A little bit better than the last run. I do feel like my dynamic sag is a little high as well. Like I'm getting pushed up in the feet a little bit higher than I think is necessary. I think I found the bottom just then. Barely, like ever so slightly. Felt a bit of a ramp. Yeah, probably. So yeah, let's go take colour PSI out the rear, have a break, charge back up. And maybe I'll get one more on this air shock, and then I'll bolt the coil on at its current setup. We'll see how that feels. Sitting at around 33% now, 34%. We'll see how it goes. It should heat up as we start moving, but let's see how this one feels. Oh, I don't mind that ride height. Oh, it's still rough, but it's still over damped. So even though I'm soft and I'm deep in the ride height, I'm still harsh. So it's definitely over damped. It's a shame. It's definitely over damped. I'm feeling it on every little hit. It is smoother, but I'm just running too heavy on that damping for sure. Feel it every time, every impact. Still plenty to push against. Still get that triple. Woo. Still didn't really find the bottom. I'm sure I found it, but there was no bottom out. Yep, smoother, but I can't afford to go any deeper in this sag. I don't think. I think it's just getting a little bit too close for comfort. Woo! That fork is killer. There when I want it to be. Yeah, high speed, a little harsh on that rear. Absolutely. It's just too much going on when things get bumpy. And there's a heap to push against still on that rear. I'm not wallowing or anything like that. Oh! See, I'm just getting kicked when I want that tyre to comply to those faster hits. I'm still getting kicked there. Let's put this coil on now. 300 progressive MRP spring with 3.5 turns or 3.25 turns of preload. So people say, you know, no preload, blah, 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 but you got to tune to taste. So 325 with no preload feels killer, but just a little bit stiff off the top. It's great. I've got 2 clicks of hydraulic bottom out. Yeah, let's see. It's 30% bang on at that preload with my current weight, which is 76 naked. So probably 79 on the bike, something like that. Oh, it's more calm out the back for sure. It doesn't have that that compression block that I'm getting on the air shock. Put my tyre right on the edge of the trail then, my front. Don't know if you saw that on the camera. Yeah, definitely smoother, easier to carry speed because I'm not catching every little bump. A little bit more free on the landing. Kind of run into the bottom out support there. Still just made the triple. A little bit smooth through there. Still a bit of feedback. Woo! Coming a bit hot then. And I'm dead. Here's the fourth full climb, fourth effort. Definitely not in peak condition, that is for sure. That's one click of compression as well. Low speed, high speed's all the way open. Oh golly gosh. Getting the fuzzies. It's like hard effort fuzzies. Running out of sugar. Way smoother through here on that back end. Definitely more momentum out of there for sure. A little bit more through there. Come out of here hitting a little harder, that's good. A little bit more pace. Let's save the biscuits. Woo! Coming a bit hot then. I'll go over the shop. Yeah, a little softer into the hits, but still just a little much higher speed I think at the back. See how it goes around this little bumpy bit. Oh. There's still a bit of a chop at the back. I could even drop a bit of ride height still. Oh, I'm tired now, for sure. Huh. Spent. Absolutely done for. Yes! Plenty of control. Maybe I can just open up a tiny bit. Whoa! Came in too hot. Open up a tiny bit that spring preload. Dab it down a touch in ride height. The one click of compression's fine. I can maybe button it off instead of the preload, but I might be better served with just buttoning off that preload force a little bit.